genesis of the strategic development pipeline came from an independently commissioned report that we did with Indicon Economic Consultants last year, and it was to look at the future of Limerick City and the wider Midwest region. We're the biggest representative body in the Midwest, so we decided to increase the focus not just from a Limerick City perspective, but also into, we'll say, Limerick County, obviously into Clare and into North Tipperary as well. It's about giving greater accountability to the citizens so they can see what projects are coming. It's really to give a greater sense of transparency as well to kind of the key stakeholders in the region, of which we would be one. It's to really showcase the region and what is actually coming from a development perspective. But it's also, I suppose, there's a lot of public projects on the go as well, so it's to provide greater accountability in relation to public bodies.
The aim of the Strategic Development Pipeline is to bring together in one place information on all of the commenced and committed capital investments across Limerick, Clare and Tipperary. We want to give confidence to those who live here and those who are considering making this their business or actual home that the Midwest is the right place. There's a broad range of investment happening and committed to the Midwest across the next number of years, from infrastructural, commercial, some residential and educational projects. We understand that investment into infrastructural projects and education are critical components to the success of our regional economy. That's why the business community decided to bring all of the information together on committed and commenced projects across the region to showcase what the Midwest has on offer.
So far, it's been in development pretty much since the start of the year. We've been liaising with organisations and providers in terms of getting data in and getting it uploaded on the website so people can view it in a user-friendly manner. Limerick Chamber Strategic Development Pipeline will be regularly updated. It will be updated as new phases come on board for capital projects, or it will be updated on a quarterly basis. It really depends on when the data comes through. It also can be updated by providers themselves by reaching out to us, and we can upload their projects on the website if they'd like to be featured. But we're also running an expansion programme over the next couple of months where we'll be featuring more projects from across the Midwest, in particular private projects and projects in Tipperary.
Yeah, so we're trying to add to Limerick's tourism landscape ultimately. We looked around the city and found, yeah, there's lots of nice museums and galleries. There's an 800-year-old castle, activities on the river, and as you move out, plenty to do in mountain biking, world-class golf courses, that sort of thing. But actually, when we look at other cities, we thought Limerick was missing a kind of experiential audiovisual attraction. So what we're doing here is we're using the sport of rugby as the hook ultimately to say, look, we're talking about the values in rugby, but using that to kind of bring people on a journey so people get involved in their local team, they learn the skills of the game, they learn what it's like to be part of a team, they learn what it's like to be there in a match day atmosphere at a big international game. So we're using kind of immersive theatre spaces, some physical games, some kind of museum type pieces along the way, but just trying to create that overall fun 90 minutes out for all the family.
The Shannon Airport Group owns and operates Shannon Airport as well as a substantial commercial property business. Today we are here on our Shannon campus in the Shannon Free Zone. This is the largest multi-sector business park outside of Dublin and has over 180 companies and over 8,000 employees. As you can hear around us, there's active construction going on here today, and that is based on our plans to continuously rejuvenate and revive this region and develop product pipeline for investors. Since the group was formed in 2014, we have invested over 160 million in infrastructure across our businesses. So here in the Shannon campus we've invested significantly, and that has been very beneficial for this region, attracting key industry players such as Jaguar Land Rover and Mira GTX here behind me. We've also currently are investing in 3 key projects, Bay 135 and 137, which is beside us here, and this is 33,000 square feet of space. We are also investing in a multi-industrial unit of 60,000 square feet and an R&D facility which is 40,000 square feet. In our airport, we have invested significantly in the infrastructure. Last year we updated our security screening at a cost of 2.5 million, and this has been very beneficial for our passengers. It has eliminated the need to unload your laptops and your 100ml liquids when going through security, and has cut the security screening time by half. The initiative undertaken by the Limerick Chamber to develop the strategic pipeline is most welcome. The Midwest is a great place to invest in and a great place to live, and this project offers the opportunity to showcase all that we have available here in the Midwest. We've had significant development in the region over the past number of years. Obviously the investment we have undertaken ourselves here on the Shannon campus, but also elsewhere across the Midwest. We have a huge talent pipeline coming out of the world-class universities that we have in the region, and we have excellent connectivity both here from Shannon Airport but also our road infrastructure connecting us across this island. So this provides a huge opportunity for the Midwest to attract new investment and to showcase all that we have to offer, so it is a most welcome development.
Limerick 2030 are developing key strategic sites in the region for economic development and growth. They consist of Gardens International, which was 100,000 square foot, LEED Gold office space, Opera site, which is a mixed development of 4 acres, and Cleves, which is a 10-acre site. We're also involved in other projects to enhance and enable, i.e. 252 residential units in Mungret and various projects throughout the city. And I would compliment the Chamber in relation to its work in this area because it gives FDI companies, Indigenous companies, a pipeline to understand when different developments are coming on site so that they can develop strategically and understand how their businesses are going to expand. Limerick needs 160,000 square foot of office on an annual basis. Having this pipeline, knowing when they're going to be delivered, enhances business to plan to move forward.
Limerick and Clare Education and Training Board have quite a number of projects, over 30 going at any one time across the Midwest region, between new school builds, extensions to existing schools and refurbishment of existing schools. And as well as that, we're involved in sustainability programmes through SAEI and the Department of Education, retrofitting schools across the region but also nationally as well. At any stage we have a multi-annual capital programme of €100 million per year. When you build a new school or when you're providing an extension to the school, there is a need to develop roadways and a need to have a proper framework in place, and of course it's important that the pipeline would coordinate that and also help us in terms of pre-planning and future planning as well for the region.
Well, Ennis 2040 is a wholly owned designated activity company of Clare County Council, and it was set up to create and implement economic development activity in Ennis. Ennis 2040 strategy is an economic and spatial strategy. The intention and purpose of the spatial and economic strategy is to bring economic activity back into the centre of Ennis town. We anticipate and we hope that it will open up the post office field, a green lung in the heart of the town centre, that it will activate Abbey Street here behind me as a mixed-use retail, office and commercial building, and that Harvey's Quay will provide a residential solution to town centre living for Ennis 2040.
With TUS, the Technology University of the Shannon, we're just 1 year old now, but we have a very ambitious strategic planning process underway and coupled to a capital investment project. We're here now in Kuna, and where we will now shortly go to tender for the fit out of this incredible building, with 7,000 square metres of space that will be fully utilised for a centre of excellence in engineering. Another project we're working on is in Clonmel, where we're working on a sports track and associated activities with the Tipperary County Council and with local industry. And this will be a major centre of excellence for sport. The last one I will talk about for now is in TUS in Moylish, where we're also building a new state-of-the-art science and IT building under a public-private partnership.